You don't have to respect everything that you accept. And you don't have to reject everything you don't respect. People are too reactive these days, too emotional. Everyone is constantly getting offended. We are preoccupied with the wrong things, triggered by words and perspectives. We are failing to look deeply. It's much easier to become offended and angry with someone you disagree with than to listen to them and their perspective. Because the latter forces you to think, and we don't want to think. We want to react. If you truly disagree with someone, then you will want to change their mind, right? So you must think, how can I change their way of thinking to agree with me? Have you ever been able to change someone's mind by becoming angry with them? It's impossible. As soon as you're angry, as soon as you point that finger, they stop listening. In fact, it usually makes people dig their heels in more, only making it much harder to convince them otherwise. So, it seems that the very people claiming to represent change and liberal ideologies do not actually want change. It's too much work to be a real revolutionary. They would rather sit in a coffee shop, slap on a few hashtags, and signal to everyone publicly their virtues, while simultaneously spewing hatred at those they disagree with or consider to be on the other side. It's tribalism, and it's very primitive. Yet, this is the kind of behavior we are getting from so-called intellectuals and leaders claiming to be on the right side of history. My friends, it's 2023. If you hate someone based on the level of the melanin in their skin, or what part of the earth they happen to be born in, or for who they choose to love and have sex with, or for the gender they choose to identify as, this is sad. And it's not something to get so upset about. It's much more a testament to a person's IQ level than something fundamentally wrong in their heart. These people shouldn't be hated or mistreated. Stupidity isn't a threat. Think of it in the same way you think of a poisonous snake. It's better to just avoid it. There's no need to waste hatred on the hateful. They need help and love, just like everyone else. Help them the same way you would help a child with special needs. They simply do not understand what they don't understand. We are constantly misplacing our energy. We seem to care more about quantity than quality. I would rather truly help one person with this channel than get the attention of millions at the expense of my morals, values, and dignity. What good is attention without substance? And what a desperate existence to be constantly worrying about how many people clicked on your video, how many likes and comments you got, the positive, the negative, the filters. Aren't you tired yet? In the era of internet, TikTok, and attention seeking, we are not taking into account one very important aspect of life. We have failed to consider time. Everything has become instant. Instant gratification, instant approval, instant shame, instant change, instant filter, instant. I've never been a fan of instant. Instant coffee is disgusting. Instant microwavable dinners taste like rubber. Instant means cheap, easy. You share things without mindfulness. You don't understand that the things you're sharing online will come back to haunt you. You're creating a permanent record, a paper trail. In a very unprecedented way, now, more than ever, you are able to record your own personal legacy. Now let me ask you something. How would you feel if you find out when you're 16 years old that your mother had an OnlyFans account? How would you feel if all your friends could look up your mother's Instagram account at any time and see her bending over in a bikini, showing her ass, followed with thousands of comments from random guys across the world, all of them telling your mother that she's hot and that they want to have sex with her? When I was young, if someone made the slightest off-color remark about my mom, whatever it may be, I wanted to knock them out. I would see red. I couldn't imagine the situation I just described to you, and yet, this will be the reality for so many kids in the future. And how would you feel if you were finally old enough to understand your dad's popular videos spewing hatred, division, and anger? You may think, this isn't the dad that I know and love. He's acting. He's being a character. Yet, so many people say they hate him because of the hurtful things he's advocating. What once upon a time might have just been a father saying some things that should never be repeated outside of a living room are now being publicly broadcasted to the entire world. An opinion or comment that was perhaps forgivable has now become a very open and public persecution. The microscope of media has begun to attack. The shame and disgrace this will create would be hard to live with. Stop embarrassing yourselves for the attention and approval of strangers. I want you to reclaim your power. Stop giving yourself away so easily. You are worth more. Whoever you are, you're a person of value in your own unique way. If you don't feel that, if you don't see that, then who will? And certainly, if you don't think that about yourself, the things you post and the things you say will reflect your insecurities. You will look ugly. You will appear trashy. You will look stupid to other people. Let me help you redefine your image, rebuild your brand. There's a power in mystery. There's a certain protection in not sharing something. It requires intelligence to observe without judgment. It used to require much more effort to get in touch with someone. Nowadays, we freak out if our message is left unread. We are so easily accessible to almost everyone, anywhere and at any time. And it doesn't require much more than one impulsive click to call someone. It's our nature to want and create privacy. When someone commits a crime, we send them to jail. Part of their punishment is living with a total lack of privacy. Yet nowadays, our privacies are being taken from us without much resistance. We have become prisoners of our own devices. Our own profiles keep us behind bars, yet we don't see the bars. We don't see the prison that we are trapped in. We don't see the trap. Admittedly, it feels disrespectful, like one big slap in the face of humanity. But sometimes, we need a slap in the face in order to wake up. Sometimes, in fact, most of the time, darkness is a catalyst for change. This dynamic creates an incredible advantage for the meditator and mindfulness practitioner, because we have that extra second, that moment to reflect before we speak and act. We are at an advantage now more than ever. While most people are acting on total impulse, trapped in neuroses, kind of a bottom of the denominator, social currency seeking, when we observe this, we see them marked faces full of frustration and anxiety, and we see it clearly. We are aware of the depression. And so the game then becomes that much easier for us. It's easier more than ever to connect with others because we are real. And people are hungry for realness. Half the population has completely subscribed to a way of life that is not real. They have signed up, and they've signed up not only for something that doesn't fulfill them, but for something that makes them totally and utterly miserable. Society's vacuum has become bigger. This creates demand, a demand for truth, connection, leadership, and peace. As meditators, we provide this. This is our job. And the good news for you, the peace seeker, the supply is very, very, very low. There are not enough of us out there. As AI and technology begin to advance rapidly, a lot of the bullshit humans do will become less and less relevant. The one thing AI can't do and can't teach is wisdom. A machine cannot teach humans how to find peace. A machine has no experience in love. It can disseminate knowledge faster and more efficiently than humans. And this in itself is making the elites scared, because soon it will be more difficult for them to corrupt and manipulate the masses for their own advantage. So we have artificial intelligence like deity working with humans, or basically regulating humans. It may begin to actually implement and enforce fair economic systems, protect the civil rights of the people, and maintain real checks and balance on human greed and corruption. All these ideals that we claim as humans, but never actually enforce, may become a reality. This is a much more utopian view of the future. But who knows? I'm not sure which poses more of a danger to human civilization and the future of our planet. The psychopathic elites controlling all of the resources, or AI. Personally, I'll take my chances with AI. See you next time.